Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your third quarter, July, August, September reading. I'm going to cut to the chase. I welcome new viewers and those who know me. Let's get started with your overall energy for the third quarter, Cancer, the Page of Wands. I like the Page of Wands for you at this time, Cancer, because there is a sense of inspiration that you are feeling. It may be a sense of inspiration that you are keeping tucked in within or behind closed doors. At this time, there is a sense that you are stepping out onto a fresh new path. You're embracing a new vision of yourself. You are pursuing a new creative idea that allows you to grow and expand. This may be a change in your status, some status that you are that you attach yourself to. So if you're single, you may be becoming committed. If you are in a committed relationship, you may be looking to start a project with your partner, or in moving on to a new situation, or in being with yourself. But your inner life is rich. You are full of new information, new insights that are motivating you at this time. In July, we have the Nine of Wands, and this is about you giving something one last try. Not sure what this is relating to, but this is something of a group, an effort, an organization or team that you have long made efforts to building into a unit that feels complete, that feels balanced for you. You have undergone a lot of trials and tribulations in this particular effort, but despite the damage you've suffered along the way, you are determined. You know that success is close at hand, and you are absolutely determined to complete this so that you can release it. And it even is possible that a current effort that you're engaged in is designed specifically to wrap this up. This represents a lot of old obligations and responsibilities that have quite possibly fulfilled their purpose. But in order to bring it to a successful conclusion, you're willing to give it that final effort so you can close this chapter of your life out. In August, the Two of Swords, you're weighing this decision because this is something that you don't know what's going to happen when you close the cycle out. If it has to do with a job, you may be concerned that there isn't a next step or a plan to replace the current one when you complete this particular effort or project. If it's a group, if it's a family unit, you're not sure how you will operate without the customary tensions that you've experienced in these relationships. But you're willing to make yet another effort to wrap this up, and you're still unsure about what it means to be wrapped up or completed or finished with this group or project. Because of that, you are feeling as though you're in a crossroads, that you have a decision to make that is going to completely send you in one direction or its opposite. And in many ways, you feel torn because the decision is difficult. You actually know the right way to go. Your intuition is always on pretty high alert, Cancer. So you know what is best for you, but you also know, although it is hard, it's not going to be the same kind of hard as what you've been experiencing to date. So that you are perhaps knowing that you have to make the hard choice to, for example, wrap up, finish off, release this connection or this project or this relationship with a person or an individual or a team. And you're anticipating, you're anxious about how difficult it will be to proceed without them, when in actuality, it can't be any harder than what you've been doing. What's harder is you standing up to the challenge of pursuing your truth without the assistance or the connection to those who have obscured or attempted to obscure your truth or make your truth irrelevant to their productivity, their efficiency, their well-being. In September, the Ten of Pentacles is describing you got it. September brings you some kind of abundance, some kind of reward. This is absolutely about legacy, and in many ways makes me feel that for many of you that are here, this is about your relationship to family, your relationship to your ancestry, the entire mix of your sense of gratitude to your family, to your ancestors, to those who you have benefited from by their efforts, and the sense of discord, challenge, responsibility that has also at the same time held you down, made you feel obligated to those who did not feel the same sense of inclusion that you would have liked. So you are instead realizing that your option is to give back in whatever way you can. It's no longer attached to this family. You're capable of reinvesting in your community, creating the means for abundance or information to others who would not otherwise have it. I hope this reading is resonating for you, Cancer. If so, please like this video. Please share this with others. Comment below if you feel moved, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It would help me immensely. And I pulled the Judgment card because for some reason this deck is always upside down. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. I feel like you are really feeling like the odd person out in whatever team or effort you have been making over a long period of time. And you're still willing to wrap this up, finish it, complete it, bring it to some kind of a successful conclusion, at least successful for you. And that might mean discharging your responsibilities to this group. And from the Hummingbird Oracle, I have pollination. Pay attention to new thoughts and ideas as they are seeds that will soon blossom into fulfilling opportunities and projects. Love it. So the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Tower. This is in July. And the Ten of Swords. Oh boy. So we've got two tens here. This is about an event that was unexpected, perhaps, that wasn't planned for, a plan that didn't go according to Hoyle. Something tells me that this is perhaps the group acting outside of your will, your desire, perhaps not being included in an effort, being excluded in a way that kind of puts the nail into the coffin in many ways emotionally for you. It isn't as though this sense of exclusion is brand new, but it is very final in a way that is very painful for you. This, I'm sorry to be the bearer of such foreboding news, but ultimately, for those of you that are followers of Tarot, of me, the Tower can often be a blessing in disguise. Maybe this event, this surprising plan or development allows you to make a clean getaway, maybe to close out the relationship in a way that is actually cleaner for you, that verifies your necessity to protect yourself and to mitigate the pain and the damage you've already suffered. So rather than continuing to give, continuing to be charitable, continuing to be understanding, you're now recognizing that there isn't really much alignment between you and this group, this project, this organization, whatever effort is looming for you in July. In August, the Two of Swords is clarified by the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This is beautiful. This, in fact, your anxiety about the change that you feel you must give another try to, because that's who you are, is actually reflective of a much deeper and more positive, healing, beneficial connection you're making to yourself. You're trying to balance these two almost oppositional truths that you're experiencing. And rather than feeling like you have to choose one among the other, the choice is already made for you. And what remains is this deeper reflection of the way in which you are at greater peace and acceptance with your potential, with your dreams and needs. You're more evenly balanced around who you actually are and who you are in the business of pursuing. This is a fresh start. This is a new start. This is inspired by the way in which you have overcome some difficult experiences in work or in relationships. And you're, as a result of almost this anxiety, this sense of having to make a hard decision, that ends up coming across much lighter than you expected. Because through all of this push and pull, through this experience that has been looming and going on for a very long time, you have found your visibility. You have become visible to yourself. You're embracing the vision of who you are. And that is what is empowering this fresh start with a lighter heart, with a creative, imaginative, playful energy that is inspired and inspires others. And this is reflected in the relationships that remain. The Ten of Pentacles in September is clarified by the Nine of Wands, a repeat here, and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you are really trying in September once again to complete this experience, this effort, this trajectory you've been on, either in your relationships or in your work. And you're answering yourself in many ways by identifying the source of joy, pleasure, and satisfaction that lead to your sense of independence. The work that you've done, it's almost as though you've rewarded yourself by realizing the effort that you were making to successfully or peacefully conclude this tug of war that you've been engaged in is actually something that you've already given yourself. You already know who you are, even if others that have you've worked with or lived with, loved with, do not see who you are. You've already wrapped up this cycle. You've already become visible to yourself. You and your loved ones, I might add. Your authentic relationships love and elevate you automatically with care, with a recognition of your amazing gifts. Among them, the absolute willingness to care for, be sensitive to, and support others in their difficulties, in their joy. You know how to have fun, And you are rewarding yourself by simply giving yourself the attention that you have not received from those that you believed that you similarly sacrificed for in the past. I'm going to complete this reading with a yogic path oracle, and really am hoping that this reading is resonating for you, that this is useful information. And I pulled Svadhyaya, and I'm going to look that up in the guidebook. And Svadhyaya is self-study. We are each born with a book of infinite wisdom, stories, inventions, and emotions. This book is our own consciousness. If we take the path to truly studying the self, we will never become bored with our findings. Instead of trying to acquire more information, take the focus inward. There are cosmoses in your consciousness you have yet to venture into that have more beauty than any artwork, more mystery than your favorite thriller, more magnificent than any earthly creations. However, the passport required to reach these vistas is stillness. Through withdrawing from external stimuli, you can move into the true stimulus, the world inside and beyond you. Thank you so much, Cancer, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.